Hi.
Hi. Do you mind if I speak with Xavier and Serenity?
Sure. Serenity's in the bathroom. She'll be out in a second.
Sure. Hey, whenever I come here, you can get the sun off. You can sit right here. Whenever I come here, I'm like, God, good boy.
I have to record it for court. She's requested.
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries. So I'm just here on a peacemaking mission.
Yeah, I understand.
Every time I've responded here, you and your sister both have showed me courtesy and respect. So, this conversations I've already had with the cops in regards to essentially it's a civil matter. I can't force you to go.
Yeah, I understand.
But in regards to, well, let me ask you this. I don't really know the reasons as to why you don't want to go.
It's a long, complicated story of just abuse, both emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe, especially when he decided to get mad because I didn't send him a picture of my homework, which started this new arc of problems. I told him I don't want to go to his house. I don't feel safe going to his house because he'll act like an authority figure and trying
I'm right here, buddy.
to get me starting to do stuff. But since he has his girlfriend at his place, he puts on this nice guy act, and it's just I have given him multiple chances. I've even given him multiple chances after the abuse happened. And he still seems to fail me as a father multiple times. And I just don't want him in my life anymore, to be honest.
Okay. Have you voiced this to him?
I have. And he just brushes it off and says that it's us disrespecting him, which, I mean, he doesn't really have much respect earned.
Yeah.
He kind of lost it all really quick.
Got it. Okay. Do you share the same sentiment?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to influence your decision in any way, but as a father myself, taking off my police hat, I mean, the decisions that you make today have, long-lasting effects. And you kind of have to put yourself into I guess his shoes, your dad's shoes. I mean, there's a reason why he drove all the way up here. Not because there's a parental plan in place. It's because he wants to. If he didn't want to be a part of your life, he certainly wouldn't make the effort to make this. So that's why I asked you if you voiced this. This may be his attempt to try to fix him, and amend those wounds or whatnot. I guess you'd say per se. My understanding, it's 8 hours. 8 hours or so.
Pretty
Yep,
sure.
8 hours for 4 weekends.
But again,
So,
I'm sorry, but I do respect your opinion as a father, but I don't feel safe going to a house to a guy who beat my whole side bruised because I didn't want a haircut and then wanted to cut us off and then yell at us because of a picture of homework, which he already knows that I have a busy lifestyle outside of school.
yeah.
So he should be more than understanding about that. And my heart is already racing having to think about going to his place. Because it was his decision to move all the way to Seattle. He previously lived in Oak Harbor, but he decided he wanted to move to Seattle all because of a girl, which, I mean, no disrespect to her, she's very nice. But if he truly cared, he wouldn't be trying to use all these ways to get me and Serenity to go with him. Just using it's like, well, I'm your father, you have to respect me, or just telling us that, well, I did all this stuff for you, I bought you clothes, this and that. That's just basic parenting.
Yeah.
You can't really use parenting against your own children. That's kind of just messed up.
No, I think you have some valid points, and I agree. Like I said, I don't know the backstory. I know other than what you've just told me now. But what I do know is that I imagine he's probably, obviously he looks up very I imagine he probably looks forward to coming up here to sit and have that short 8 hours. Is not a long time.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is his first one in several months. He's made no contact, no attempt
Okay.
to talk to them or anything. Before that, it was very sporadic. It would be consecutive for a little bit until he was angry at the children. And then he would uninvite them and not speak to them for years at a time.
Hold on a second, James. There was a time where Serenity and him got into. I can't quite remember the
Hold on,
specifics
sweetheart.
'cause it was when I was in middle school. It was a small mini argument, and then
I'll be
he
there in a minute.
decided to just uninvite us for Christmas, knowing that we were both excited because our aunt we haven't seen in a while was there. But then, yeah, because him and Serenity had a small conflict with each other, he just decided to throw that all away. And it's like it doesn't even technically stop when we're at his house, because whenever his girlfriend's not around, he pulls me aside to just kind of belittle and then just talk to me, or like multiple times where he's just snapped at me for something small that happened. It's like I don't feel safe. I always get anxious when I go to his house.
Okay.
And she's missed almost the entire week of school from her anxiety for this having to go this weekend. So it's had her literally physically up sick to her stomach. So I just told him you got to give him a chance, but it's your decision.
Right. And like I said before, I'm not here to force anyone. to do
Yeah, I understand.
anything
You're just
they're
doing your
not
job.
wanting to do. Honestly, actually, this isn't really my job. I'm here at just responding, essentially taking my police hat off.
Yeah.
Just trying to, I got a call that said, hey, I drove all the way up here, and now, to see my kiddos, and now they don't want to see me back. So it's like, obviously there's that human aspect to it. So, and if my presence in any way can help resolve whatever issues going on, then so be it.
I do have a question,
Sure.
because I have to go to the food bank here in a little bit, and he's already made it clear that he's going to sit out there for the 8 hours.
Okay.
And he said, I advise you not to take them with, but they don't feel safe being here with me gone. Can I take them with me to the food bank if they're not safe here? If they don't feel safe?
What time was the scheduled pickup?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay. So let me ask you this. Is this final decision? You are not jumping that ship and headed over.
I've had this final decision made since Monday, so.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. In regards to my presence being here, are you going to speak with him directly while I'm still here? Because I'm not sure what type of interaction you've had since or prior to me arriving, and to let him know that you didn't want to come.
They did go out and talk to him,
Okay.
and I did record that. I didn't go further than that first parking spot because he had parked down pretty far. So they did go out there, and then he started messaging me on the parenting app, like, are you encouraging them like you're supposed to? And yeah, I am. There's not much else I can do about that.
So, like I said, I'm not a counselor, but from an outside looking in, this is something that certainly, in my opinion, probably could use a little bit of counseling, just to kind of have a professional discussion amongst you all to kind of figure it out, whether or not that works. That's it's what you put into it. But I imagine with that parenting plan in place, this is going to continue to happen.
Oh,
And-
knowing him, yes. Sorry for cutting out.
No, you're all right.
It's
but
been
with
going
that
on
being-
for over 10 years.
With that being in place, that's not going to give you an opportunity to heal or change your current opinion. So what you have to understand is, he's your father, which comes with a little bit of respect. Granted, obviously, if it's not reciprocated back, that's something that needs to be healed, go through the healing process, and that bridge to go over. So I'll speak with him, but has there been any talks about counseling or anything along those lines?
They get counseling through the school district.
Okay.
He's had to do mental health evaluation stuff through Oak Harbor when he abused him, and that mental health evaluation was not good, so I don't want to put them in jeopardy in being counseling with him.
He had a whole conversation with me one time when we were visiting about how he felt like he didn't deserve to be there. So it's
The end of his mental health eval said that if anything like a job loss or a family loss were to occur, that our lives would be in jeopardy. So allowing him to be around them while they're that deep in their emotions is not safe.
All right.
But I will continue to advocate for them and take them where they need to go. So
So just so I'm on the same page, you said you're wanting to go to the store,
no, I got to go to the food bank.
food bank, and you'd like to go with
Yes.
because you don't necessarily feel safe being in here if he's going to remain out there.
Mhm.
All right. I don't. In my on like lawful authority wise, that doesn't fall in the category of custodial interference.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I appreciate that.
Especially considering the pickup time is 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Again, do you want me to stick around long enough?
For him to leave?
Yeah.
If he does.
I can't force him to leave either.
I understand that.
I mean, he's legally parked
On the city.
So, you know.
All right.
My only thing is that I mean, if you're starting to feel like you're not safe being here, another thing is to look into possibly doing applying for an order.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, you all take
thank you
care.
so much, sir.
Yep.